Zap, 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 lightning, zap, zap, lightning, lightning, fade out.
Hello everybody, it's me, the LEGO Dude, and in today's video I'll be making predictions for everything still unknown about the rest of the 2024 LEGO Star Wars sets. This includes lots of big unknown details and several sets which we only know some general details about. I'll be leaving out most of the sets we already knew a lot about, like the Sith Infiltrator or the Desert Skiff. Kicking things off, we have the 75380 25th anniversary of the Phantom Menace Bunta Eve Pod Race diorama, which will cost $70 and have 718 pieces. So far all we know about it is that it'll be in microscale similar to the Death Star Trench Run diorama, and will have microscale versions of Anakin and Sepulba's pod racers. I predict that the diorama part of this set will include some rocky terrain and the stands around the pod race track. Beggar's Canyon being included is a possibility, but I doubt that LEGO would go through the trouble of making it. I also doubt LEGO will only include 2 micro pod racers, so I predict that we'll also be getting micro pod racers for Ben Quaterneros and Rats Tyrell. Next up is the 40675 Commander Cody Wickheads, which will cost $10, has an unknown piece count, and will release on May 1st. I predict that it'll have about 140 pieces and that it'll be a Phase 2 version of Commander Cody to go along with the 2022 ATTE's Commander Cody minifigure. Next up is the 40676 25th anniversary of the Phantom Menace Brickheads multi-pack, which will cost $55, release on May 1st and have 732 pieces. I predict that the Brickheads included in this set will be Qui-Gon Jinn, Padawan Obi-Wan Kenobi, Darth Maul, Queen Amidala, and Child Anakin Skywalker. Next up is the 40686 May 4th gift with purchase, which will have 10 plus branding and 262 pieces. I predict that it'll be a carbon freezing chamber based off the Empire Strikes Back, which is supported by the last 2 May 4th sets being based off A New Hope and Return of the Jedi. With May 4th sets for 2 of the 3 original trilogy movies, it only makes sense that they would complete the set with a May 4th set for the Empire Strikes Back. Next up we have the 75373 Ambush on Mandalore Battle Pack, which will release in June, cost $20 and have 109 pieces. The minifigures included are 2 Super Commando Stormtroopers, a generic blue Mandalorian, and Coscar Reeves. I predict that the build included in this set will be some of the terrain in the Mandalorian cave that this set is based off, and probably some sort of small mechanism to launch a Mandalorian or a Super Commando Stormtrooper in the air. Next is the 75374 Onyx Cinder, which I can hardly make any predictions about since it's based off an unreleased show. However, with 1,325 pieces for $130, I would expect it to have at least 6 minifigures. Next up we have the 75386 Paz Vizsla and Moff Gideon Battle, which will cost $40 and has 289 pieces. The minifigures included are Paz Vizsla, 2 elite Praetorian guards, and Moff Gideon in his Imperial Mandalorian armor from the Mandalorian Season 3 finale. I predict that the build will consist of a couple of blast doors which can move up and down like in the scene, and a platform with a couple of levers to fling characters. Next we have the 75385 Battle on Peridia, which will cost $50, release on August 1st and have 382 pieces. It has all brand new minifigures of Ahsoka, Ezra Bridger, Grand Admiral Thrawn, Morgan Elspeth, and Captain Enoch. I predict that the build will include the platform Ahsoka and Morgan Elspeth fought on, with some levers to knock over statues or fling characters, and a small sort of command center for Thrawn to be stationed in. Next is the 75388 Jedi Bob Starfighter, which will cost $40, release in August and have 310 pieces. The minifigures included are a direct remake of the original 2002 Jedi Bob from the 2002 gunship and an unknown minifigure. I predict that the second figure will be an astromech droid, and adding on to my predictions with a personal opinion, I think this will end up being a good set which is insanely overpriced. The most expensive Jedi Starfighters were already extremely overpriced for $35, so $40 is just insane. Next is the 75389 Darth Millennium Falcon, which will release on August 1st, cost $170 and have 1,578 pieces. The minifigures included are Darkside Rey, Chewbacca, C-3PO, Lightside Darth Vader, a Gungan in blue clothes, and 1 unknown minifigure. I predict the build will be in the same color scheme as the Kylo Ren shuttle from 2019 with the black with red accents, and that the unknown minifigure is the final unknown 25th anniversary minifigure, which I predict will be Clone Commando Gregor. Next up is the 75392 Creature build, which will cost $100 and have 1,186 pieces. The 25th anniversary minifigure included in this set is Child Leia from the Kenobi TV series. The rumors going around for the build are that it's an Ewok or a Zillo Beast, and I initially predicted it would have been an Ewok before someone in the comments of one of my videos convinced me that it's Max Rebo to go along with the Desert Skiff and UCS Jabba'S sail barge releasing later this year. It makes a lot of sense if they release another buildable character to go along with the sail barge and the Desert Skiff, because it would make more sense for them to release a trio of sets based off of that entire scene than just 2. Next up we have the 75394 Death Star playset, which will have 1,555 pieces and has an unknown price. The minifigures included are Darth Vader, 5 or more unknown Imperial minifigures, and a 25th anniversary Cal Kestis. I predict that the build will be a couple of specific sections of the Death Star, including the laser, a hangar bay, and a meeting room, and for minifigures I predict that there's going to be 2 Stormtroopers, Grand Moff Tarkin, ISB Colonel Yularen, and Admiral Modi, plus the already known Darth Vader and Cal Kestis. I predicted it'll include play features to shoot the Death Star laser, knock Admiral Modi out of his chair, and to launch some micro TIE fighters. But other than that, I can't think of many play features that it might have. The third to last set we have is the 40730 October UCS gift with purchase, which will have 18 plus branding and 145 pieces. I predicted it'll be an Anakin Skywalker lightsaber in consistency with the 2020 and 2021 October UCS gift with purchase sets, which were also lightsabers. The penultimate set we have is the 40755 Star Wars 25th Anniversary Celebration set, which will release in October and have 383 pieces. I predict that it'll have a large celebration plaque plus several elements of the 1999 LEGO Star Wars sets in micro scale. The final set we have is the 75397 UCS Jabba'S Sail Barge, which will release on October 1st, has an unknown price, and will have 3,942 pieces. The only thing I can really predict for this set is the minifigure selection, which I think will end up being quite disappointing. I don't think it'll have any minifigures except Jabba the Hutt, who I think will unfortunately be brick built instead of actually being a molded character. It might still end up being amazing as a buildable character since LEGO have really been improving them recently, however it would have been a lot cooler if we got a molded character instead. It would also be great if at some point this year LEGO released a brand new Grief Karga minifigure in honor of Carl Weathers, who played Grief Karga, who sadly passed away earlier this month. Overall, 2024 is looking like an incredible year for LEGO Star Wars, so I'm excited to see how it goes. Alright everyone, that is everything for today's video. Tell me your thoughts on the 2024 sets and my predictions for them in the comment section down below. Which 2024 sets are you most excited for? How many of my predictions do you agree with? How many of my predictions do you disagree with? And one last thing before you leave, please remember to hit the subscribe button, ring the notifications bell, and leave a like on the video. Bye!